Night fellow punters, the clock on the wall is 5 to 10 on Monday night. Back at base after a hectic time away. I left here at 7:30 on Thursday morning. Got back last night, 5 minutes away from 2 o'clock, and in between it was sort of all go, go, go. Great night's sleep last night. I didn't wake until 11 o'clock today. Normally, I only sleep for 2 or 3 hours, wake up and back to sleep. But I couldn't believe today it was 11 when I woke. And to tell you the truth, I didn't do much all day. Body was aching a bit, particularly the hips, one hip and a leg. A lot of walking, especially at the racetrack roundabout. There doesn't be no sitting down. It's, particularly the crowd I was along with, they never seem to settle at all. It's all go. And had a great time, I have to say. Um, Southall, of course, on Friday was team and rain. It was an enjoyable, would have been far better if it, if it could move about without the rain. Driving as well was sort of, you had to be on your guard. As mentioned on the other videos of the morning, many cars was in the ditches and in between. There was one car actually, and you'd swear a crane would have to drop it in where it was parked within trees, but it got in some way. I don't know how he or she got it in. I hope they were safe. And when was on last with you? On Sunday morning, we headed first. I had to get petrol. I had to leave the car back full. I didn't leave it back full, but it was showing full. But whoever it hires it next will know that it showed 300 miles. It was, and was it 46 or 56 pounds to fill it. All I had left was 40 miles left on the gauge, and we headed to Cheltenham. We were there in plenty of time, and met up with the gang that went to the races at 12:15, all in good spirits, and into the parade ring. I think everybody got in that wanted to get in because the entrance we went in, there was a woman in a red coat. She hadn't taken up her duties at the time, so there was no one to look for badges or anything. So we all got in, and there was nobody looking for us. It was great to be in there in such a great place, looking up all around you. It's not everything isn't on the level like at most racetracks. Um, Astelia, she ran well. She never jumped as well as she did, and she ran well to sort of coming to 2 out. Yeah, there was a big doubt about her going on the ground, and she got tired and she sort of walked into the last. I couldn't even see it on the big screen. That's where we watched it. But she came home safe anyway. I wasn't talking to Peter today, but I'll give him a call tomorrow to see that she's all right. And the plan probably is to put her away with a spring campaign. There's no point running her on ground like that as well, unless it dried up, but it's unlikely now. We're in the middle of November. Um, I didn't get into the owners and trainers bar at all. I meant to do it, and I meant to hook up with some people, and there was several messages being sent to me. But I have a second phone for I do call it my race phone, and it wasn't easy get a signal on it with so many using it, and I had a bandage on my thumb where I burst with an umbrella, and it was slipping out of my hand. But I would just like, for the record, to thank everyone for coming and having a good time, and the great best wishes from the in the comments section. I didn't get back to them all. I looked through a few of them on the way. See, when you're driving and organising stuff, you just don't get a chance. I was relieved when everything went off without a hitch. There's always that somebody wouldn't get in, and a couple didn't show up. Mick Gallagher and his daughter Marietta Wilkinson he was a pub in Coventry. She was running it. Mick had too much sauce the night before, so he didn't show. So that gave an opportunity to a couple of more to get in. But for the record, the 19 or 20, I think might have been only 19 tickets taken. I'm not sure. Sam Tarrant, Thomas Casey, Paul Bartlett, Paul flew from Spain, Steve Timmins. Will Flat didn't make it. He bursted his knee the night before. Caelan Pringle, Niall McNulty from London. Well, he's from Limerick man originally. David Noonan, Martin Crostley. Martin was with the Welsh Racing Club. Chris Bloodsworth and his wife, and they won the Best Dressed award, hands down. One of them had a blue scarf and the other had a yellow scarf in the Italia colours. I was wildly impressed. Eamon Shannon, Eamon is from Longford. He was back on the same flight with us, and he knew a couple of people. One that died last year. I used to meet him at the races, Kevin Dempsey, and he knew another woman as well that brother-in-law, I think, is married to a neighbour of mine that Assumpta Scott. Mike Burns and his wife Deborah. Patrick Walsh didn't make it. He had chickens to mind or something, and his mum and dad was there. Donald Mitchell, Derek Piggott, Jack Metcalf, and Ollie Moore. That's Moir. And then we had Sean Ward and Colin Malone. When I was adding up them earlier, I think I only came. There's one name I mustn't have got, but I know. Thanks everybody, and I hope you enjoyed your day. Yesterday, what do we have? One that ran bad in the Troy town, anyway. And oh yeah, the most disappointing was the one in Jacob's Cross. That was coming to win its race because it finished strong the last time and it fell at the last, and it had jumped great up to that, whatever the hell happened. I didn't get a chance to look at the replay to see what happened. And I had another one going in England, and I can't remember the name, and I didn't write it down. So anyway, those very impressive performances by Final Demand and Kopek de Board today was very, very good. Patrick Mullins did say that to me when I met him at the airport, that the two of them were in mighty shape and that they loved the rain. I didn't see Lulamba today. I see it won by 6.5. I'll have a look at it maybe tomorrow when I have time. One bet tomorrow. There's a 3 mile handicap chase on the soft, heavy in places in Limerick. 3.5 miles a furlong. A horse that we backed the last day. Each way we got our money back on Nettuno, Italia. Dropped up 8-1 this evening. I didn't get it. I got a few pound on it, sixes. I was saying the last time that soft ground or heavy ground shouldn't be a problem, and after us running on in Roscommon. Now, a couple of things swayed for me tomorrow, just to have the one bet, is that it's the third run back after the layoff, which I like, and the fact that we'll show it watching in the video, he wasn't that busy on him where he should have been. He's Dynamite won a handicap chase the last day. I don't, no matter how well they're handicapped, I do never go back to if they're going a hurl race after winning a chase or even running well in a chase. It's just a thing I have. We'll just look at the video of this lad. He's in the orange and white here, and there comes a point when they're coming around the turn. He should have asked him to keep his position, I thought, but I'm not a jockey, but he didn't. You keep an eye on him here. The winner of Is Better Times Ahead, it's in the white cap, and he should have been, he was ahead of him here. But he just does nothing from here on in. All right, well, not from here on in, but from here around the turn. He's here and he's tanking, but he should have pushed him up before this lad crosses over, before this lad comes in, I would have thought. Now he's behind. What's he doing? He's doing nothing. They're all pushing ahead there, and he's just hands and heels. And he comes round the turn, and now he goes for him. But there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 ahead of him. 6 at that point. He's not that busy on him either here, and he asked him here, coming to the, he finishes up a close 4th. He passes out this lad on the run in, and he finishes about here. Now, if you'd asked him in time, he would have been up somewhere here, I would have thought. Let's see him here coming now. There he goes, full of heart. Should have no excuse in Limerick if the handbrake is off earlier. When the handbrake gets stuck and it's not properly oiled and greased, it can create a problem. You open up eights. He's an each way bet there, you'd imagine, to nothing as famous last words. Anyway, he should have learned his lesson, the jockey, the last year, you'd imagine. Anyway, it's Monday night. What do we do on a Monday night? We're singing all the song. I meant to sing this for a while, but I met a man the other Thursday night, so it reminded me of singing this for him, and there's a reason for it, but it'll remain to myself. I am a Connemara man, I was born to be free. I love the beauty of the land and the magic of the sea. I heard the stories of great men who sailed the seven seas, and I learned the lore of an ancient folk and their love for the Nazarene. A hunter on the mountainside, a trapper on the sea. I love the chase, see the mountain hare, throw a hound with ease. The puka sails to raise the spray, bringing bounty from the deep. Not all the gold the world could hold could buy that life from me. One night as we had stretched our nets and the storm had increased, a driving mist that was so thick your hand you could not see. The gates of hell had sucked us in, and we were doomed, it seemed. In the darkest hour before the dawn, I called on the Nazarene. Come listen, all good-hearted men, wherever you may be. Our Lord is just as good today as he was in Galilee. Come lend a hand and help him out to feed his lambs and sheep, or you'll have everlasting happiness in the home of the Nazarene. Then came a day, it blew a gale, no boat could go to sea. I sat me down, and a train of thought came rushing back to me. My brave old mates with whom I sailed and harvested in the deep, had sailed away to the great beyond, and now were they with the Nazarene. Now all had changed, and the past was pain, but I'd reared my family. My loving wife and her little child were sleeping their last long sleep. On my native shore, where the wild waves roar, I scanned the glistening sea. I haul my boat upon the shore, and I follow the Nazarene. Come listen, all good-hearted men, wherever you may be. Our Lord is just as good today as he was in Galilee. Come lend a hand and help him out to feed his lambs and sheep, or you'll have everlasting happiness in the home of the Nazarene. Come listen, all good-hearted men, wherever you may be. Our Lord is just as good today as he was in Galilee. Come lend a hand and help him out to feed his lambs and sheep, and you'll have everlasting happiness in the home of the Nazarene. Oh, you'll have everlasting happiness in the land of the Nazarene. Push the bookies over and out.